know you heard of me, cause that name ring bells like I lost the key. No mystery, I know you heard of me, cause that name ring bells like I lost the key. No mystery, I know you heard of me, cause that name ring bells like I lost the key. No mystery, I know you heard of me. No mystery, I know you heard of me. No mystery, I know you heard of me.
No one has ever done that! No one has ever done that!
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I hope this morning finds everybody warm, healthy, and well. Probably not in that order, actually. Just healthy and well are the priorities there. Warm, well, for example, I know Ace does not give a crap about being warm right now. If he were here with us, he would be telling us that he is melting, and I fully feel that. I fully believe he is probably melting. They are running around. They're like, it's summertime for them, right? Like, so it's hot. It's hot. It's freezing for us up here. It's a little different. The temps are cold. Temps are cold. Temps are good. Very good. By the way, congrats, O-Spam, on the first. You're probably getting ads. Jumped in, and then bam, the ads come hammering down. Oh, ads. Oh, ads. Someday maybe we'll be big enough we won't have ads. Just kidding. Can't do that. Thanks, Twitch. Thank you. Thank you for doing what you do, I guess. I'm at this spot now. I'm working on this project. I don't have my shared stuff reconfigured just yet. It's gonna happen. I promise. It's gonna happen. But I don't have it reconfigured just yet. How's life? Oh, Spam. Life is good. Well, it's good. I mean, I'm alive. I'm above ground. So no complaints there. You know? And work and X marks. Work is crazy, dude. It's been a bit. Have you been working? Have you been working? Is that where you've been? Have you been programming your little booty off? X marks is, well, I mean, it's a thing. X marks has gotten shuffled to the back. I have like 700 other projects. I have like 700 other projects that are like taking over my life at this point. Oh, no programming? Dude, bummer. Just a little SQL at work. All right. Okay. Well, at least there's something. At least there's something. Next, you're going to be trying to put raw SQL into Django. Am I right? Am I right? Why? Wait. You're not working today? Got the day off? Huh? A happy Thursday off? Oh, wait. Today's Thursday, isn't it? Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. Y'all know what Thursday is. That's the only way to do it, right? Custom auth with with SQL, raw SQL. Yeah, without a doubt. Custom auth, raw SQL, just, yeah, as many security vulnerabilities as we can throw in there. All right, here we go. I can't believe I forgot this. It's freaking Thrashing Thursday, y'all. It's Thrashing Thursday. It's Punk Rock Thursday. This week is throwing me way off. Yesterday we had no work. And, yeah, just no work yesterday and got some snow. Finally got some snow. Please note, The amount of snow we got still didn't cover the leaf pile in my yard that I haven't gotten up yet, but I guess snow is snow. I mean, it barely covers the grass, but a few inches is a few inches. What can I say? I'll take a few inches any way I can get it. Yeah, so we were out shoveling. Actually, you know what? I might have a picture of... Let's see. Give me a sec. I may have a picture I could share to show some of the snow that we got. How's the weather over by y'all? How's the weather over by y'all? I use that term pretty loosely, y'all, because I just use that to refer to y'all across the sea. Let's see. All right, not great, not a great photo, but a photo, which I suppose is better than the alternative here. This one. That's our driveway. That's our driveway. You can see we got a little bit of snow, but like, I just don't know that this was worth calling off school for. You know, I just don't know that this much snow was worth calling off school for. You know? One of them deals where, like, I mean, you could still see, look, you still see the tops of the grass there, right by the road. Like, yeah. I'm going to go with unpopular opinion here. I'm going to go with no, not worth. Not worth. I prefer winter, early spring than summer. Me too, man. Rainy and cold. So when is your winter then? When is your winter? Wait a minute. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Like, I thought y'all were on a similar seasonal schedule to us because y'all are Northern Hemisphere kind of a thing. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I also prefer winter, though. Like, that's what makes me sad is the lack of snow. The lack of snow is so depressing, man. It's super depressing. But we're going to go up. We're headed up north this weekend. So I'm kind of excited about that. You know, we're going to do some fun things at our little cabin. We're going to put in our wood burning stove, hopefully. So Saturday we'll have wood burning heat in our stove so we can keep it nice and hot and hopefully relatively dry. And then we can finish our insulating there and be happy. Kind of late December to about March. Okay. It started getting warmer now. Yeah, you know, I mean, we just got the first real snow. The first real snow. Here we are, mid-February. First real snow. Unacceptable to me. Absolutely appallingly unacceptable, in my opinion. Just my opinion, but is what it is. Is what it is. What else have you been up to? Doing some sequel? Doing anything else fun or exciting? How is work going, by the way? Have they given you raises? Promoted you to CEO? Done anything that would make sense yet? Oh no. Okay. Kind of late December to about March. It started getting, not at work. No, still hate it. Yeah, I want to retire already. And I'm like 6 months into my working life. Dude, you've only got like 60 years left or something. I mean, you're almost there, basically. Like, no, okay, probably 50 some years left. 50 some years left. I will say this. You're young. You're young. So spam, that will always happen because inflation. Like, that's just the way of the world. I feel like, unless you're smart with your money. Ospam, if I could go back and tell my younger self what I know now, I would be saving for retirement at your age. And I know it sounds stupid, right? But like, a little bit adds up over time. Now, I realize that financial stuff in the other parts of the world are very different from the U.S., so this is not financial advice, this is not legal advice, this is not any of that. But I will say this. Doing yourself a favor, I pay into pension. I think work pays like 25%, which is nice. If they have matching, match it. If they match like a retirement, or if they match anything like that, do that. Get involved in it. I don't even care if it's $5 every week, or $10 out of every payday, or $25 out of every payday. If you can do more, do more. If you can't, that's okay too, man. That's okay too. I can go up to 6%, but they go to 25%. If you can swing it, do the 6%, bro. They're going to match it, then do it. You will thank yourself 10, 15, 25, 30 years, 40 years from now. You'll be going, oh my God, my money that I put in as a kid did so much more work for me now. You know, as a young man, I was like, you know, not buying the thing that I wanted to buy, but I put it into my retirement. Well, then you get to retire earlier, right? Because that's what it's a game, right? You're trying to build up your retirement to a point where you're like, okay, I have enough money that I can live the rest of my life without having to work for anything, right? So if you know your costs of living and your costs of life, you can effectively plot that out and have a vague idea. You know, so if you can get to that sooner, well, then you know, obviously it takes more because you'll live longer then. But if you can get to that number sooner, you can retire sooner. So if you start earlier, you know, by simple reasoning, you know, ideally you would be able to potentially just retire at the same age as everybody else or whatever. So if I could go back and tell myself one thing, it would be to be more financially fiscally responsible, and better, just fiscally better around as a person. That's what I would tell younger me. Like, I'm shocked and amazed. Like it's funny because my boys, my sons, they are two completely different people, two completely unique individuals, and I love them both equally. One of them is, well, he's your typical teen. He's still in high school. He's figuring it out, right? He's still in that, finances. I'll spend what I got because I get more every payday, right? The other one has kind of figured it out. He's in college now. He's starting to realize things. He has started putting money into a 401. He's started he's read some books on finance. Like, he's becoming very financially aware at a very young age because he wants to be able to get out of college, and he does not want to rent an apartment. He would prefer to potentially have saved enough money to have maybe a down payment. And so instead of rent, he'll pay a mortgage, right? So now, whether that will actually happen, I don't know, right? Because prices are insane. But the idea is that if he has enough in savings, and he has created his own business that is making him money, now his own business that he has grown from the ground up is making enough money to where if he has an option to go detail a car or a couple cars or go to work at his normal part-time, like high school, college job, it makes more money for him to go detail the cars. So he will call in sick or call off of work here to go detail cars because his company that he has built makes more money. That makes him more money. Yeah. Ospam, yeah, that's exactly right. My wife and I did that with our first place. Like, well, my wife is very financially savvy, so she did that out of college. She was like, I could pay rent or I could pay a mortgage. I'll just buy a condo, pay the mortgage. It's the same thing. I'm paying the same amount of money, but here at the end of it, I own it, right? Yeah, it's having the deposit, for sure. My wife is a saver, though. Crazy good at it. Total Eclipse, I need advice. How to create users for testing. Fixture would be fastest. Are we talking PyTest fixture? PyTest fixtures, super fast. And I guess what level of testing? because you could always do factories with Factory Boy. By the way, what's up and welcome in and good morning. We were just talking a little bit of finance there with OSPAM. But yeah, OSPAM, see, that's where you get into this other option here that I wanted to talk about too. Put a little bit into retirement, and then you should also take a chunk of your money and you should put that into an investment, right? Find somebody that you trust. Find somebody that knows. I don't know. I'm sure we all kind of know people. This is this opportunity for you to get out and network with some people. Find somebody that knows the stock markets. Ask them for advice. Read books about it. Read. I hesitate to say online anymore, but read some books on investing, because there are very safe investments that you can get into, like in the stock market and stuff. If you can put some money into that, again, traditionally over time, you're looking at anywhere from like a 7 to 10% return on your money over time, right? And it'll have its ups and downs, but this has to be money you just invest over here. And you don't look at it, you don't have to watch it every day. But a 10% return on your money, like, make your money do something. Everybody always says just sock it away in a savings account, right? And I'm guilty. I used to do the same thing. I'd be like, I'm just going to throw it in my savings account for a rainy day. But then it just sits there. The banks, I don't know if it's called different outside the UK, or even, I don't know what ISAs are, so I don't know. I will say this though. There are high yield savings accounts as well. So you might want to look into those as well. They will, if you're uncomfortable getting into the stock market and doing some of that, which you might not even be able to just due to your age. So if you can't do that, what you can do is potentially start a high yield savings account. Maybe that is what the SA, and I'm not sure, SA there stands for, but something to think about. High yield savings accounts are going to be savings accounts that will give you like 4.5% interest over time on the money that you have in there. So I would look into that. Yeah. But I've had a high yield savings account, retirement plan, and still try to put aside money into things that can bring me some supplementary income. Yep. 100%. Total Eclipse, you got it going on, dude. Yep. I agree with you. I agree with that. You got to try to spread it around a little bit. I just know it's like 5 minimum years before you can take it out. So sometimes I think they call those like CDs here. And usually those don't give 8% interest. So I'm not sure. But I mean, if you have that opportunity and you don't need that money, it's not a bad deal, right? The biggest thing, I think the biggest takeaway from all of that is that, like what my mother used to tell me, and she is a financial advisor, right? And I never took her financial advice as a kid, because I was young and stupid and thought I knew it, and I didn't. And I wish now I could go back and do it again. The biggest thing I think that you need to do is you need to make sure that your money is making you some money, right? It has to be. Give your money a job. For example, I have set aside a little bit out of every paycheck, and that little chunk, that percentage, like, I don't, like 50, let's use just numbers, right? Like, I know out of every paycheck, $50 of that, its job is to get transferred into an account that then will be invested into the stock market, right? In a very safe way, in a very safe thing that just offers anywhere from 8 to 10% return. I've got another $20. Its job is to go into a high yield savings account that I have for rainy days, right? Like, or emergencies, but it's over here and it's making me 4.85% interest. I've got maybe $100 that I know is its job is to pay my electric bill. I've got another 100 that its job is to pay my gas bill. So give your money a job. Like every dollar should have a job. Whatever that job is, it should have a job to do. And if it's not paying a bill, the idea being that that job should be, if it's not paying a bill, if it's not for going out to eat, like if all your essentials are covered, the rest of your money should be going somewhere or be assigned some task, whether it's, this is my fast food money that I have for the month, or whatever that looks like for you, whatever your personal things are. And then if, I like to look at it as I give my money a job, and its job is to try to make me more money. So if that's 4.8%, or if it's, 2%, whatever it is, as long as it's making me more money just by me having that. Maturity period. You have a handshake you entrust with a section of untouchable money for a period of time. Yep, you get interest on that. Yeah. Yep, time period. Yep. Look for a community financial advisor that knows your region and your area, and I would say talk to them about your specific scenario. We'll be able to have 100%. Total Eclipse, that's a great idea. That's a great idea, man. Completely agree. You got to network. You got to get that, build those connections. You find a good banker, a good investment person. For example, we go to our local bank, obviously. We bank there. We have one banker who we really, really trust there. And he has moved on from the banking side and is now on the investment side. If it was not for having my mom in that arena and having her able to kind of guide and I can give her money and she will do what needs to be done with it. If it was not for her, I would trust our banker, like the one that we know at that institution. I would trust them completely. Like they know what they're doing, right? Like we have been with him for a long time. He has always taken care of us. He has advised us in ways that make sense for our lifestyle and for our personalities. He has advised us in ways that it clicks, right? So find the right person for you. You got to find the right person for you. Yeah. It's worth a few bucks now. Take the time, make the effort now when you're young, because the earlier you get that stuff rolling, the better you're going to be down the road, right? That is what my takeaway would be. Like if I could go back and tell younger me, I would tell him all this same stuff, and I would be like, dude, just if you do it right, it's not as hard as you think it is. It's not as hard as everybody says it is. It's not as difficult as the world makes it seem if you start young. Now, I realize that it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done, right? And there are trials and tribulations, and it is difficult. I'm not saying it's easy. But, man, you won't, future you, 45-year-old you, will be thanking younger you when that time comes. Getting to 45, sure, whatever happens, right? And sometimes it's a struggle, and it's a slog. But once you're there, you're going to be going, okay, I did the right things, right? Don't be like me. I'm an idiot, okay? Like I said. If I could redo it, I am not thanking younger me, okay? I will work until I die. Because at the moment, all money savings is going to a car, lessons, insurance, etc. But that will be about 4 months. So it's just sat in a normal savings account. Yeah, for sure. Well, at least you're getting there, with that idea, right? That mindset of saving money. Kind of like a personal trainer for fitness, but for your finances, 100%. If you don't see the immediate results, yeah. Pathways for success, 100%. Financial advisor actually went to the same gym that I did, and he knew about my entire family. I was apparently a financial advisor for 30 plus years. Never knew him until a recent outing. Off for no snow again. Futile diploma. What's up, dude? We didn't get the same luxury. We did not get the same luxury. I just showed a picture a little bit ago. We got I can still see the grass. There's that little snow in spots. I don't know. To me, that just doesn't feel like a real snow. We definitely did not need to call off. The whole state practically called off, and it just in no way, shape, or form was worth all of that. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Total like there's certain people that your family just get to know, and they're almost become like an extension of the family. Like I could call that banker today and I could ask him how his wife, how his daughters are doing. Like he knows our kids. I know him. Like he knows our kids because he got them set up with like high school checking accounts and stuff. And like I don't know his kids, but we've known enough, told enough stories. It's funny how they just like they really become not a family member, but they become a friend of the family. So it's worth making that connection, Spam. Anyway, how much snow have you got this year? Futile, I think we've gotten in total. Let's assume we got 3.5 inches yesterday. Yeah, probably 3.5 inches of snow yesterday. In total for the entire year, we've probably gotten 4 inches. It's sad. It's sad. I am really sad about it. It really bothers me. It really, really bothers me because I just love snow so much. So to be somewhere and like have a winter so mild where it's like one snow, like the snow shovels stayed on the. I've never taken them down this year until yesterday. That was the first time I needed to take it down, and even then, for the first half of the day, I just got out my leaf blower and I just blew the snow off the driveway. Yeah, good thing you're moving north. That's right. That's right. Well, apparently they've got quite a bit. Our neighbor up there was telling us she had said that they got like 7 inches a couple weeks ago, and that I think they got like another, or maybe there's another 4 to 6 that's supposed to be coming here pretty soon. So I'm interested to see. I'm excited to see what it's going to look like, to be honest with you. I'm very excited just to see what the land is going to look like, just blanketed. I'm so pumped. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and then we're going to put in the wood burning stove, so I'll be able to burn some fresh cut wood, which I have to go get a chainsaw. I got to get my oil changed. I got to get some... I'm debating. Do I get like a masonry board or like a, what do they call that, cement board to put up there against the wall, or do I just move that wood burning stove out a little bit further from the wall? I'm thinking I just move it out a little bit. Maybe I won't worry about the cement board, because we talked to some people yesterday and they were like, yeah, the cement board's great ish. You know, they're like, it's not going to stop the temperature from passing through it. It will to a degree. But yeah. Where am I at here? Sorry, I'm like kind of all over the place. I'm trying to juggle a few different things because I have to. Moving is a safer bet. Well, it's just moving is good. Moving is good. Get me out of this city, because the taxes here are god awful. They're bad. Like the taxes here, just to say, oh, we live here. Oh shoot! And Total Eclipse, I'm so sorry. I don't want to get off on a taxes tangent because you were asking about other programming related stuff, and I'm sorry. Just creating a user, not specifically for TDD, but more of a test of UI features. So you are looking for a user that is testing on the front end, or are you just unit testing things that you require a logged in user for? Are you doing, like, do you want to see the browser up, like running what they would call end-to-end tests, like using Selenium or Playwright? Or are you just unit testing, like, I got a logged in user, they're going to make a GET request to this, I need to make sure that it returns a 200 or something? because there are two different ways that to go about it. Number one, if you were going to be doing full end-to-end testing, like you wanted to fire up a browser and like see it clicking around and like clicking elements and like doing the actual UI, kind of both. Okay, there's a function, but I do need to see everything working with substance, so more end-to-end on things. Okay, I personally, my go-to for that is Factory Boy. I instantly default to Factory Boy only because number one, it has Faker built in, right? Number two, your models will work as designed, and it's really pretty easy to get them all implemented. It is a little bit more work up front, but if you leverage Factory Boy with fixtures from PyTest, you can do a ton of work with that in terms of like being able to get a browser open, being able to have that browser be a logged in user, and verify those UI things via test. So interesting. I was doing just Faker and a generic endpoint and having it set up much like a unit test was set up and creating links. Well, I guess how much end-to-end? Like, we have some end-to-end tests that, like, I mean, it fires up, like, legitimately creates the same dummy data as I do. Like, when I just need dummy data in the database to log it, like, to run server on it, it does the same setup process. So it has a ton of dummy data to pull from for some of our end-to-end tests. Like, if you just need a user logged in, like I don't know how many models you have, so I don't know how much, you know, time and effort or something like that is going to take. This is one of those times, man. I really wish I had a freaking I wish I had that other thing done so we could do this together on screen. It's close to 15 models with foreign key relations. So there's quite a few. Yeah, so there's quite a few models there. Depending how the relationships are, like if there's many to manys in there, if there's just, you know, straight foreign keys with reverse relationships, the models can be as complex or as lightweight as you want. The factories on the factory side of things. So what we'll do sometimes is we'll create our factories just based around the models first and foremost, right? So you got your basic factory, right? Like I got a user model, you got a user factory. Name, we just use Faker, give me a name. Email, use Faker, give me an email. Address, same thing, birth date, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, straight foreign keys with lookups, approximately 10. Yeah, so if it's straight foreign keys and there's nothing really fancy going on there, you can actually, depending on how it's modeled, like if your user is tied to maybe a profile and an app and a this and a that, like so if they're just like, you know, over here there's a user foreign key and then here there's a user foreign key or whatever, however that works out, you can go drill down the line, right? Like, so if you got a user that has a profile with a user attribute in there, and then you've got like this other thing that links to a profile that whatever, you can start there with that factory and you can spin that factory up, and then it will create, using sub factory, it will create the profile, it'll create the user spun up with whatever fake data you want. Oh, I see. Do group membership as the in-between. Okay. So for many to many, it's not as bad. It's not as bad as you might think. Yeah. Auditing tabs. Okay. I feel you. The many-to-many stuff in Factory, like the Factory Boy documentation is pretty good. But there's like simple and complex many-to-many relationships. Basically, they outline it in a couple different ways. But like, I think you know enough, you'll be able to just kind of jump in and get it rolling with that. I think Factory Boy is probably going to be your best bet. There are other things. If you were like, I've got like 2 models or 3 models or something, then you could probably get away with like Model Mommy, I think it is, or maybe it's called Model Bakery now. It either went from Model Mommy to Model Bakery or vice versa. I don't remember which went to which, but it essentially works in the way that Factory Boy does, just without having to create factories. You just give it a model and you're like, do the thing, right? And it does the thing. You don't have to create a factories file. That's the only downside to Factory Boy, is that you need that factories file, but that factories file gives you predictability and flexibility, I think, right? Like, you can say, like, I don't care what their name is, so use Faker. Just give me a name. I don't care. But if you wanted it to very specifically always have this attribute or that attribute or this, you can set those up to be statically defined. Like, this attribute is always true. This one is always false. Or you can make it an iterator. So every other one, true, false, true, false, true, false, whatever. You can do, it's very, very, very powerful. My recommendation would be start there. Start with Factory Boy. Just because it sounds like you kind of need that. And you may find that, like, if you have a model that is like, you know, you got some relationships that kind of work their way down the line. I don't know how you would say that. Like, this model down here, right? It's got a link to this many-to-many table or whatever that has a link to this profile, that has a link to this user. Like, you can do just this model and you can make it really big and exhaustive for the test, right? And so you can say, like, okay, these are the many-to-many options. Here's the profile options. Here's the user options that I want set. And you're basically just making a factory off this model down here, but you're doing the __ to go up the relationship. So you can use just one factory and create a wide berth of data, set up exactly how you want. And then, that way it gives you that consistency, so you have an idea of what you're working with. Gosh, this is all like kind of hypothetical, and I'm probably doing a really piss poor job of explaining it. So I'm sorry if I am. Like, actually, didn't we do that in Factory Boy? Didn't we do Factory Boy with X marks? Maybe. I'm trying to remember. No, we didn't. Wait, or did we? No, we did not. Here I was hopeful. I was hopeful for a second there. But like, let's look at this, for example. Right. So I've got a bookmark, right? That's tied to a user. Right. So if I had a factory in place, because my bookmark is tied to a user, this is just pseudocode up here, so don't take that for what it's worth. Right, so if I had a bookmark factory, I could say something like, actually, you could do create batch, kind of sick, because you can do like 10, and then you could say user. Now, if you had a user that you were going to use, you could do that, or you could even create your user. With Factory Boy, you can have it do things like this, like first name equals, John, yeah, sure. And you could do user last name equals Doe, sure. And you can set up the email, you can set up whatever else. And if there was maybe a profile that was in between there, you could do the same thing, right? Like, so if there was like a profile that linked to a user who had a first name, you would just extend it like this, right? So you could do something like that, where this is going to give you, like, this would be the primary. Like, let's assume, for the sake of conversation, this isn't user, this is linked to profile, right? You could say, profile user first name, and it would just go up the chain. So it would go to the profile that's linked here. That would be a profile object. Then that would have a user foreign key, and so it would go to that, and then it would set that up. But if you don't pass variables that way, would it still create it? Yes, it would. Yes, it would. So if your factory was set up correctly, meaning like, let's say your user factory just has Faker giving a random first name and Faker giving a random last name or whatever. I mean, technically you could do something like this. And your bookmark factory will create 10 different bookmarks that would have 10 different profiles that would be linked to 10 different users that would be created. So every bookmark will have a different profile that would have a different user. You could do that too. Yep. So and even then, if you just want one, you could just do this. Like you're like, look, I just need to check the bookmark thing. I know I need a bookmark. I know I need a profile. I know I need a user, right? So you could do this. And then you know, without a doubt, in the database, there's a bookmark, there's a bookmark, there's a profile, there's a user being created right here, right? So you'll have some idea of what's going on. And there will actually be 3 users created, because this will create a new user for created by and a new user for updated by. So there would actually be 3 users getting created. So you can't just assume that, oh, there's only one user in the database. No. There's going to be 3, a total of 3, with this particular model, right? So the factory is much like the model form set style of way, where it links to the original model as the meta, and then it can be extended. Yes. I'm assuming. I mean, it really, all it's doing is you're just giving it values for all the fields on the model. So like name, you can use Faker to just generate me a random like business name or something. URL, you can have Faker generate some data. And then for every model that gets created, it just looks at the factory definition and tries to create that for you. But super powerful, super useful, abundantly useful. I can't stress how useful. Because of that relationship, it will go up the chain. You have to set it to go up the chain, like meaning your bookmark factory would look, I don't remember, hold on. Let me pull up my factories over here and I can give you an example. Right, so like it would look something like this. Be like, yeah, bookmark factory, literally just like this. Right, this is how it would look. So it just, yeah, you have your meta here that says, hey, I'm looking at the bookmark model, so it knows to look here, right? And it has some niceties built in that you can leverage, right? Factory Boy has some Django specific niceties that are there. And then like here, name, a company name, a fake URL, a fake favorite. It's a fake Boolean. It's either true or false, right? Same thing with frequent. It's either true or false. This is the sub factory. This will create this user factory, assuming you've created a user factory for your user model. This will automatically have it create that other user, right? And this one, the self attribute, this is clever because instead of creating another user, what this does is it tells Factory Boy, hey, just look at the current attribute created by and do that same user. So the nice part about that is that now you can guarantee you've only got one user being created, right? Because here I'm using created by, I'm using this user, and here I'm using this user. So it's created, updated, and my user is this user. They're all the same person now. Yes, the relationships cascade out, which is why, again, if you had a profile factory, right, you would do something like this. So, and then in your profile factory, if you had you'd have all your setup code, right? And then you would have something like, not tag factory, but you would have something like, well, user is a subfactory. Oh, whoa. Is a subfactory to user factory, right? So then this created by would create a profile, which would then create a user. So if you, and then the self attribute, I think you can go, you might be able to do this. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. There might be more to it. But it also has things that you can do post save. So like you can also set up like, I don't remember exactly how to do it, but it's like something along these lines where you have this function. And so after your bookmark gets created, right, you can then create maybe other relationships if it's like a weird relationship that isn't directly related. Maybe you don't have a foreign key on there for something, but you need that other model to exist. It has to exist, right? Maybe it gets created through a signal because there's no direct foreign key relationship. So if you have something like that in the post-save method of this factory, then you can have it create that before you save this bookmark, right? So you'll do some other stuff, create other things, and then you'll go bookmark.save, and you're good. And you're good. It has to exist. Maybe is right. It has to exist. How are you, Maybe? How are you, my friend? We're just discussing Factory Boy with regards to Django models and kind of how they relate and where it's really powerful. But Total Eclipse, that would be my recommendation. Would be check into Factory Boy for doing this stuff, and then use PyTest and PyTest Django if you need end-to-end. If you need end-to-end stuff, we use Selenium with PyTest and PyTest Django. If you are just going to be kind of unit testing as logged in users, PyTest Django has a very nice client fixture that you can pass into your test and have just, it's the same as the live server test case in unit test from Django, like the Django live server test case. There's a client fixture that you can just pass in if you use PyTest. So, and it does the same thing. So you can do like client.force login and then give it a user, and then you can do client.get whatever, blah, 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 blah. Yes, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Oh God, maybe you don't like you don't like PyTest or PyTest Django. Or do you just hate testing in general? You just hate testing in general. Oh, Selenium. Or Selenium. I don't know how you... Yeah. What year is this? What do you use? Are you a Playwright fan? Are you a Playwright fan? Is that where we're going with this? I've just been using Selenium for so long that, like, I kind of vaguely have an idea. Next, you'll be telling me we're using Jenkins for our builds. Okay, I don't do any CI/CD. I know. We don't have any of that set up. We have no CI/CD set up. So, like, most of our stuff is everything we do is manual. It's so terrible, man. What is Cucumber? What is Cucumber? What am I missing here? I feel like you have some knowledge that I want really badly right now. I feel like you have some knowledge. I'm after that knowledge, my friend. So what should I be using in place of Selenium? Should I be using Cucumber? Is that a thing? Oh, well, hold on here. What is Cucumber? Why would anyone want the point? Cucumber is a replacement for Selenium in scenarios where you prioritize behavior-driven development and need a framework that allows writing tests that that allows writing tests in plain language, making them easily understandable, both technical and non-technical stakeholders. Huh. I see. Cucumber focuses on what? Is it not good? Should I not be doing this? I usually use Cypress. Well, what's Cypress? All right, maybe we need to have a discussion here. This right here, testing frameworks for... Hold on. For JavaScript.
Watch your profanity. Right, I'm sorry.
I know. Oh, I feel sick having said that. Oh. JavaScript. I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. I do enjoy watching the React building just because, again, it's so foreign to me. So I do enjoy watching streams about that stuff because I feel like I'm actually learning something, at least a little bit. JavaScript is so foreign to me, though. Like, at more than just... When you start talking about JavaScript doing more than just being on the front end of some website and like, look, I clicked the thing and the other thing happened and the firework exploded. Like, it's crazy. It blows my mind. Like the fact that it's everywhere, right? Like it's server side, it's back end, it's front end, it's all over the place. My React stuff is all React native. So it's Detox mainly. Detox, Appium, and Maestro. I think maybe you think I know more about this than I do. Like okay, all right. I don't want to get on a rant here, but I do think it's getting a little confusing. I feel like we've gotten to the point now where there's so much tooling, so many libraries to do this or that or the other thing, or like I want to make an app. Cool. What are you going to do? Well, I'm going to use JavaScript because it goes everywhere. Okay, cool. I want to build a JavaScript application. Well, are you going to use React? What front end stuff are you going to do? React? No, Vue? Angular? Like where are we going with this? And you're like, well, I guess I got to think about that. Okay, well, I need some React. Well, are you using React Native? Are you using this? Are you and then like this, like, well, I'm using React Native, so it's this other thing, right? Like, there's so much. There's so many layers to this onion. What happened to the simple web, man? I don't, and maybe, maybe you hated the simple web. I loved it. Tailwind is a great example of, well, Tailwind bothers me because I remember the old web where you were building straight up HTML. You built straight HTML. Everything had you had inline styles littered all over the place. You had all like it was gross, right? Like I remember the pre-CSS days, okay? And it was gross. It was hard to maintain, and like CSS rolled around and you're like, all right, cool. Well, have we come full circle? Like Tailwind is now, I don't like Tailwind. I don't care for Tailwind. Because it reminds me of the early days of the internet where every item has like styles to it. It's like, no. We left that behind for a reason. Like we moved into CSS because it's a better way. It's more manageable, more maintainable. I feel like, I don't know. A friend of mine, he has been around for doing this professionally a lot longer than I have. And he said he's like, man, it is just a cycle. He's like, it's just a cycle. He goes, this will be cool 1 year. And eventually, 10 years later, that same idea rolls around again and somebody kind of does it in whatever the new hot thing is. And all of a sudden everybody jumps on that bandwagon. It's like, well, we used to do that way. Do you feel that way sometimes? Like it's just I don't know. And the reason he was saying that to me was because I think he was getting frustrated with me asking about all these different toolings and all these different like libraries and stuff. And he's like, dude, what do you know how to do? And I'm like, well, I know this. And he's like, then use that. He goes, because yeah, somebody might tell you it's not the cool thing. It's not the fast thing. It's not the whatever. He goes, but if it gets the job done, who cares? And who are they anyway? They're not writing it. So write it in something that you know how to manage, you know how to maintain, and you know how to make work. And let the rest be. Like, who cares? You know? And that was when he was like, 10 years from now, it's going to cycle around and that'll be popular again. And you'll feel like you know what's going on because you'll be you'll have an idea. I don't know. It was silly. I do want to look into Playwright though. Playwright. I do want to look into Playwright a little bit. I think that could be really cool. Although we would have to rewrite so many, I think, of our end-to-end things. And what? Wait, Playwright is... Oh, yeah. See, I would have to figure out how we're going to do a lot of this, too. I'm assuming you could install... See, I know nothing. I know almost next to nothing about NPM. I know that we use Webpack, which manages some of our NPM stuff, right? Like, and does some of the things. We use NPM for, like, installing Webpack and installing, like, Bootstrap and, like, doing all this stuff. I have no idea about how I would start to roll this into it all. I guess that becomes part of just the NPM installation. I mean, we use NPM in most things, but our old stuff, our really old stuff, does not use any kind of NPM stuff. So in those cases, we would either have to introduce new code in order to be able to have Playwright running, or we would just have to continue using Selenium. And maybe that's the play. The play, because it's play. I don't know. It's pretty painful. Sorry. It's just it's a terrible joke. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to look into this though. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time we jump off Selenium, and given that every application we build now has Webpack, I don't see any reason why we couldn't do this, because we have NPM installations. And if Playwright is easier to use, I would much rather do something that's easier to use, to be honest with you. And so it is the testing framework too? No. Playwright tests are simple. They perform actions and assert the state against expectations. I have tests. I just want Playwright to do clicky things. That's all. I have the tests written in PyTest. The only thing we really use Selenium for is end-to-end, like, UI stuff. But I wonder, maybe we could do something like this for the end-to-end stuff, and then it would get it out of... Anyway. Okay. I'm getting way into the weeds here on this, so my apologies. Let's roll into some pomodoros. I've been yammering on now for a while, and that's bad news bears. I have to do some other stuff here. I get to do some fun stuff looking at... I need to generate a cert request. Maybe. Thank you for the lurk, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. Total Eclipse, Be right back. Meetings? That's fair, because you guys know what's about to happen. You know what's about to happen. You can feel it coming. You can feel it coming in the bones. So, that said, oh, almost. There we go. There we go. All right, we're getting this thing all figured out. All figured out, friends. All right, we're going to hop into a Pomodoro. I hope you guys have your... If you guys don't, there is a task list right over here. You guys can pop up whatever you want, whatever task you're looking for. It's right there. You can add it to the list, join us in our work, and away we go.
Whenever I run into people, I know they say it's best if I go. But what if I don't want to? I always felt as if I'm far from home. And if home is where the heart is, then I must have become heartless. But I don't want to. And I'm trying to hold on. Hey, hey, I got something to say. You need to listen to me, or I'll have to scream, scream at the top of my lungs. I'm ready to jump at the next chance to make it. I'll break it down for you, for you. Whenever I try hard to tell you the truth, you say that I lie. But maybe I'd lie down on my back. I've never felt this if I'm at home here. And if home is where the heart is, then I must have become heartless. But I don't want to. And I'm trying to hold on. Hey, hey, I got something to say. You need to listen to me, or I'll have to scream, scream at the top of my lungs. I'm ready to jump at the next chance to make it. I'll break it down for you, for you. I just need a second chance to get through to you. Are you listening? This is important to get through.
Hey, I got something to say. You need to listen to me, or I'll have to scream, scream at the top of my lungs. I'm ready to jump.
At the next chance to make it, I'll break it down for you, for you. What's done is done, no sense in blaming anyone. Latch onto the fabric of who you have become. What's done is done, you're not the only one who's made a few mistakes that they wish they could have right. Open up your mind. Open up your mind. Here we go, now I'm ready to roll. You're the one who's going down. Go big, go home. Too slow when it's done, I'll wear the crown. Turn it up, so what? If the odds are stacked against me, I'll rise up to the challenge. You can't stop me now.
All right, y'all. All right, y'all. It's break time. Time to take a little break. If you haven't done so yet, we need to relax our eyes a little. Close your eyes for a second. There we go. Now look somewhere 20 feet away or more. We're going to look there for 20 seconds. This relaxes the muscles in our eyes from staring at the screens for too long, which is exactly what I've been doing. Because I am having to do some not fun stuff right now. There we go. There we go. That's probably good. That's probably good. Oh my, oh my. Whoa. I am like... Replace new tab. Right now I'm doesn't open new tabs. Okay, so yesterday I did a thing actually on my work machine. I didn't understand that the new tab page was going away. But I do like that. I think it is the sane way to go forward. I really do. So I'm in the process of changing how I do things a little bit here. I'm very upset. I literally have changed nothing except... Okay, so I've changed nothing in my Thunderbird configuration. My Thunderbird configuration, I've been able to send emails, I can get emails, everything's good. And then out of nowhere, SMTP, I'm trying to send an email, and it's like, hey, we're having problems. Something's up with the outbound, like, stuff. And I'm like, I didn't change anything. I didn't go in your settings. I didn't update anything. I literally did nothing, and now you're not working. Please, God, please. Man, it's super frustrating. It is super, super frustrating. It's okay though. It's all right because I will figure it out. I will muck about with the stupid email settings. I feel like the email where I work is so like it's just not put together as well as it could be. I'll be honest. Like it's Office 365 and I feel like Office 365 kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. The web-based garbage. Super frustrating. Super frustrating. I don't know why. It's just nothing but a problem. Like trying to use a third party. Like I could install Outlook and it would probably work way better. But I don't want to. I'm killing my reliance on specific products like that. I don't care. It's a hill I'm willing to die on. I don't want to use Outlook. Why? Because it just wastes time. It wastes time. It wastes money. I don't want to take that time. When I get a new machine, I don't want to have to go to the help desk and be like, oh, can you guys give me that copy of Microsoft Office, please, so I can make sure to install it? on my machine again because I need to have Outlook and a bunch of programs that I'll never ever use. No, thank you. I'll just use Thunderbird, which is a completely capable client. I just don't know why its SMTP settings sometimes change. I don't understand it. Maybe there's something I'm not doing. Maybe there's something I can do, like, differently. Maybe I'm just goofed up on something. I don't know. I don't know. I also have to change my... I need to change my password, really. Because I know that time is rolling around. It's rolling around. When I need to change my password. Because I was told in no uncertain terms that because of how we do things, if my password expires because of how our two-factor auth is integrated into everything, there is no more just, they can reset it remotely or anything. No. It's a whole big deal. So I would have to go into the office, which seems insane to me, but I digress. It's a small price to pay. I can just reset it every couple months. Just put a reminder in there for me every 2 months. So 6 times a year, I'll just refresh, reset my password. Reset my password. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. Anyway, let's get back to pomodoros here because I have to do that now. I have to reset my password. I have to figure out why my SMTP is not working on my email client. It's a Thursday. It's Thrashing Thursday. We're kicking ass, okay? I've been up since 4:45. Give me a break. Give me a break here.
Now and then, are we ever gonna let them win? Now and again, are we ever gonna just give in? Now and then, are we ever gonna just retreat? Now and again, are we ever gonna admit defeat? Singing oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. It only takes one person to stand up and say no. Singing oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. It only takes one person to stand up and say no. Now and then, are we ever gonna let them win? Now and again, are we ever gonna just give in? Now and then, are we ever gonna just retreat? Now and again, are we ever gonna admit defeat? No, not then. Are we ever gonna let them win? Never again. Are we ever gonna just give in? No, not then. Are we ever gonna just retreat? Never again. Are we ever gonna admit defeat? Singing oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. It only takes one person to stand up and say no. Singing oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. It only takes one person to stand up and say no.
The same old road to follow. Why don't we make our own? Let it go, let it
The place that you were born and the place that you were raised. It's a place that holds your memories till your dying day. The place you spend your Saturday nights hanging out with your friends. The place you had the good times you thought would never end. Everybody knows there's no place like home. Everybody knows there's no place like home. Everybody knows there's no place like home. Everybody knows there's no place like home.
All right, y'all. It's break time again. All right. Deep breath. We've been staring at a computer screen for a while. I know I have been. I know you have been too. Let's find a spot 20 feet away or more. Let's look there. Shall we? We shall. I have a spot pinpointed at this very moment. It looks like a banana. No, it doesn't. Not really. All right. We're getting close to being done here. We're getting close. Oh, there we go. It's about 20 seconds or so. Oh, man. It's starting to hit. It's starting to hit. The tiredness, the tiredness is starting to hit here. This is not good. Because I was up so early. Like, stupidly early. Dumb. Bear with me here, chat. I'm so over this. I am so over Thunderbird and the way in which it does what it does. Ugh. So frustrating. Okay. I just wish it was a little easier to use. That's all. A little easier to use. That's all I really want. That's all I'm really after. Okay. And then the other thing I'm after is for Mr. Whoopers. Mr. Whoopers. Are you really going to just lick your chest and look at me in the eyeballs, sir? Your chest licking is very loud. Very loud. He is giving me the evil eye. He is like, I can't express to you guys. Like, first off, a Great Dane's licking
What's up,
is
everybody? How's
second to
everybody
none in
doing
terms
today?
of loudness. Whoopers, what you doing now? What you doing now, mister? Look at him. He's like, yeah, whatever, man. Ugh. Wisdom, what's up, dude? How are you? Good morning. Good to see you this morning. How's it going, my friend? It's a rough thrashing Thursday, dude. I started off, I wasn't even playing punk. I started off not even playing punk music, man. Like, it's just been one of those days. I was up at 4:45, shoveling some snow, my friend. Shoveling my butt off. It's so frustrating. I'm trying to figure out how to set up And it's so stupid. I'm trying to, like, I have to work so hard to set up this gosh forsaken Thunderbird client, man. What do you use for email? I'm curious. Do you use Outlook? Do you have an Outlook client that you use? Right now I'm using Thunderbird, and I like Thunderbird. I want to continue to use Thunderbird. I really do, but they're making it really hard. Just randomly throughout the day, it will just, not even throughout the day, just randomly, occasionally, it'll just, like, something happens and it just stops working. I'm like, okay, well, I went through all the processes. Like, I set you up the way that I want you to be set up. What the heck, man? And, like, I go to the settings, right? And it's like, oh, set up this as the authentication method should be this. And it's like, okay, I did that. All right. So do I have to, like, maybe I have to do something different for work Outlook, obviously, and personal Gmail. Yeah. I just don't want to install Outlook. I don't want to install Outlook. I don't want to install Outlook. Is that bad? Probably. Probably. I need to update, apparently, my version. Okay, maybe that'll work. I don't know what's happening. I just don't want to install Outlook. I'm being really lazy, okay? I'm being super lazy. I just don't want to install Outlook. I hate... Microsoft products on Mac suck anyway. So it's like... what's the point? I don't know. I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated. Because, like, it's been just one thing after another so far that just today, like, whoa, let's slow down here. I mean, I have an iCloud. If I can't get it in this next Pomodoro, I might break things, Wisdom. I might break things. I might pick my chair up over my head, throw it out the window, and then immediately regret that decision. You ever do that? You ever just, like, lose your cool for a second and you're just like, this is happening. I just don't care. I'm going to... I don't know. I can't think of a good example because I don't really... That doesn't happen to me a whole lot, but every once in a while, man, I do. I just lose my cool and I do something stupid, you know? Don't call IT support. I'm busy. No. Our IT would just be like, install Outlook. Do not bother us. Or use webmail. Do not bother us. So that's where I would be left. Actually, our help desk is super helpful. But if I said I want to use something different, like Thunderbird, they'd be like, get wrecked, noob. I don't know. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of digging here. Ooh, somebody apparently found something. So I'm going to do some reading. I'm going to have to do a little reading here. We don't technically support it, but yeah. Well, and nobody should have to. I used to work in help desk. Like, I've got all the elevated permissions I need. I can do anything that I want. Like, I know what they have access to, right? Like, yes, I know they can get into Active Directory to reset a password. That's literally the only time that I would need them. Other than that, it's like, well, I know you know, the inbound, outbound setting. Like, I get that stuff, right? Like, I'm savvy enough that I can put that stuff in. I can figure it out when they just go, oh, well, we don't help with that. We don't support that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's frustrating. I have more perms than help desk normally do. Oh, no. Yeah, like, I mean, they took away some of my permissions, but I have very elevated permissions, right? Like, I've been where I'm at for 11, 12 years now, and like, I hold a senior role. Like, it's not a permissions thing. It's just a gosh darned. It's a Thunderbird thing, to be honest with you. It's. Bleh. And then it's a password changing thing. The thing that sucks too is my boss told me the other day, he's like, yeah, you know, if your password expires, you're like hosed because of like the 2-factor auth stuff. And I'm like, okay. So I have to make sure that I do that. So I set up some tasks for myself. I set up some tasks for myself inside of my calendar so that I periodically get reminded within every 2 months, like, hey, change your password. It's like a 3-month thing, but I'm giving myself a month leeway, right? Like, we're on like a 3-month schedule. You have to change your password 4 times a year. But I'm like, well, I really don't want it to expire. So at the beginning of every other month, I will just change it. It's 6 times a year. I can manage that, right? Like, it's not bad. It's 2 extra times per year, but I use a password manager. So like, what do I really care? I literally never remember it. The only spot that I have an issue with that is in Thunderbird. It's the only spot where that becomes an issue. And I don't even know if that was the issue, to be honest with you. I don't know that was necessarily the issue because I just got the notice just this morning. Yesterday, worked perfectly fine. Everything was great. Life was good. And then just this morning, it was like, oh yeah, by the way, your outgoing mail isn't working. But like, my inbound mail worked fine this morning and then just stopped working. So I don't know. But then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should. That was like the red light for me. I was like, uh-oh. That was like, I hope I didn't miss the window and my password expired and then I'm hosed. I don't want to have to go into the office to like be on site. Which I still don't understand necessarily why that would have to happen. But I mean, I kind of get it because I'd have to VPN in and I can't connect to VPN without having my password. But couldn't I connect to VPN if they reset my password? But apparently it has something to do with the 2-factor stuff. So I don't know. It's okay. It's all right, Wisdom. Dude, I'm going to figure it out during this next Pomodoro. For sure. For sure. Easy claps. Okay. All right. We're going to jump into a Pomodoro because I'm going to get this thing nailed down. Wisdom, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Mr. Octopus. You better wake up. Better make yourself some breakfast. I don't know if eggs are cheap by you. They're not cheap by me. Otherwise, I'd say make yourself some eggs and toast, man. Not a better breakfast to be had. Not a better breakfast to be had than that. I'm going to try to figure out this issue. When I figure it out, I'm going to make notes about it, and then I'm going to curse out Thunderbird forever. So let's do this thing.
Prepare to meet your doom on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
There's blood on concrete in these streets, and there's no one to blame but ourselves. It's a shame that ignorance glistens like bliss in our eyes, while we're blind to a nation that plots death and poisons the sky. Way up high in the towers, the alpha to the back. Something gold in the coffers of the ones who set things slack. How many lives does it take before your heart starts to break? How many lives does it take before your heart starts to break? How many lives does it take before your heart starts to break? How many lives does it take before your heart starts to break? Way up high in the towers, the alpha to the back. Something gold in the coffers of the ones who set things slack. Doesn't matter who we are, 'cause we ain't going far. That's why we need to come together. We'll make it through the day, no matter what they say, and see that life is yours, you get better. 'Cause we're outsiders, we're outcasts, we're lonely renegades. So we rebel fail with anger, or just some kids who have gone astray. 'Cause we're misfits and we're backwards, just punks breaking the law. We're just a bunch of down and out kids, all part of the same lost cause. We're sick of being told we're wrong. We just want to be loved. We're not just causing trouble. We're not trying to offend. Even when life gets tough, even when we've had enough, we stand our ground and stay calm till the end. 'Cause we're outsiders, we're outcasts, we're lonely renegades. So we rebel fail with anger, or just some kids who have gone astray. 'Cause we're misfits and we're backwards, just punks breaking the law. We're just a bunch of down and out kids, all part of the same lost cause.
I could see that you're lying. And I wanted you to know that there's nothing above liars that I hate more in this world. And I thought you could tell that, but I guess that I was wrong. 'Cause you lied to me, and I don't think that you could be anymore disloyal to the throne. I said, on to the throne I'm sitting on. And it's a long way down from here. I have found that
was kept mine. I lost my mind, and now you're never gone. Leave that good. Some words stay locked in my blood. Remember that day when we promised to each other that we'd always think the same.
I painted a picture perfect date. Invited you to join me on the journey of the century, but you went another way. I created a catastrophe-proof life. It would never get old as we watch the years unfold. I backed right into the night. Pretend can never be that simple. Got a running start, tripped on the details. Set fire to the pages that we wrote together. Caught a red forever with a glowing ember. There are no words to take us back to the beginning. Another sad story with a love-sick ending. So convinced that you were worth the wait. I did everything you asked of me, hoping ever patiently. I watched it all disintegrate. I felt the shock in electric waves. Blindsided by betrayal, the final blow is fatal. Someday you'll get what you gave. It can never be that simple. Got a running start, tripped on the details. Set fire to the pages that we wrote together. Caught a red forever with a glowing ember. There are no words to take us back to the beginning. Another sad story with a love-sick ending. How easy I was to replace. Staring down the agony, I'm just another casualty, penciled in and then erased. Once again I find myself alone. No more safe haven, it's a dead-end destination. I'm left here and you're gone. It can never be that simple. Got a running start, tripped on the details. Set fire to the pages that we wrote together. Caught a red forever with a glowing ember. There are no words to take us back to the beginning. Another sad story with a love-sick ending. Fire to the pages that we wrote together. Caught a red forever with a glowing ember. There are no words to take us back to the
All right, y'all. Break time again. It's break time again. And no, it didn't work. It did not work. I will let you know, though. I'll let you know how it goes, man. For sure. I'll get it figured out again. Maybe I just won't use Thunderbird. Maybe there's a better option. Like Thunderbird alternatives. It's just crummy. It's just crumby. Crummy. It's crummy. On this break, I'm going to stretch my legs a little bit, y'all. I'm going to stretch my legs just a hair. I'm going to get up, hit my kettle so I can get some tea going, maybe get some warm liquids in me. So, I encourage you to do the same. If you're playing along at home, this is going to be a short one. We're going to rip this, get this ripping. Yeah. I'm going to stretch the legs a little bit. Let the brain refresh for a second here. I'm almost in dire need of our next break, which is going to be a long one. So, let me get some water going. Friends, it appears that I am late coming back from this break. So now we shall begin the last Pomodoro before a long break, where we can breathe easy, my friends. We can breathe easy amongst the trees in the great north. Here we go. The dogs have decided to leave us, by the way. For those of you who haven't noticed, the dog said we're not cool enough. Upstairs it's really sunny. I don't blame them. They're laying in the sun. They're just soaking it in. So we're gonna hit yeah, we're just gonna go hang out in the great north, right? I like the snow. I wish we had more of it. I wouldn't mind being at this place right now. So that's where we're going.
I won't let them in. I'll just ignore that shit. You are the only one who gets me. Fuck yeah. You are the only one who gets me. Fuck yeah. You are the only one who gets me. Fuck yeah. You are the only one who gets me. Fuck yeah. choose dimension. Every breath is a prison sentence. No time like the present. Take back time for free. Past interference, and I gotta do over. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Next time I'll make it count. Over and out. Over and out. Over and out.
inside, this heart of mine, let me survive, buried alive. So look inside, this heart of mine, survive, buried alive. So look inside, this heart of mine, let me survive, buried alive. So look inside, this heart of mine, I will survive, I will be buried alive. I don't know how much, oh, in the sky, that's where I'll tear it down like listen will take you. My will break, my will break under the light. And I don't know how much, oh, in the sky, that's where I'll tear it down like listen will take you. My will break, my will break under the light. You say you love me, I say I love me too. Maybe you got it wrong, I just like parts of you. And I guess you figured out that I don't got a lot of class and that I didn't come to visit. I came to see your asinine cat. What do you think of that? Some people call it the craze, but it's a permanent phase. Some people call it the craze, and I've got it, man. I'm just a victim of the city. The city took my innocence, now isn't that a pity? Everybody's a hero in their own mind. They got plastic parts and porcelain teeth, they're posing all the time. We're just a bunch of animals in a concrete zoo where they tell us not to drink or smoke and do, and it's screw you. I can't take it anymore. Nope. I can't take it anymore. Some people call it the craze, but it's a permanent phase. Some people call it the craze, and we got it, man. I'm tired of being used and I'm tired of being the loser. I wanna be the king today, I wanna be the user. I'm so very sorry, what you get is what you see. And from now on it's gonna be me and more of me. Selfishness! That's right! Some people call it the craze, but it's a permanent phase. Some people call it the craze, and we've got it, man. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I can't take it anymore.
I just turned 19 for the 16th time, posing with bottles of the finest wine. I'm only seen with people just like me, so rich that we get everything for free. pics from my limousine because you care about the product in my hair, about the clothes I'm gonna wear to the event where we congratulate ourselves. I wanna be a rock star for a day. I want my 15 minutes of fame, but I've got a face that's made for radio, and my body's a disgrace. So I wanna be a rock star for a day. I wanna get Botox in LA, cause I've got a face that's made for radio, and a voice that's made for I don't know, but you love me anyway. Yeah. So tell me, am I great? Will you tattoo my CT cover on your face? So do you wanna win a date with me? We can talk all night about me. Sitting by candlelight telling stories about my car because you care about the product in my hair, about the clothes I'm gonna wear to the event where we congratulate ourselves. I wanna be a rock star for a day. I want my 15 minutes of fame, but I've got a face that's made for radio, and I never could get paid. So I wanna be a rock star for a day. I'm gonna get a porn star for a day, but I've got a face that's made for radio, and a voice that's made for I don't know, but you love me anyway. All of my entourage can join my fan club membership and get here free for one friend and my autograph guitar pick. As for the ugly rumors, they're all started by my publicist. And yes, it's true, I was born on the moon and have 3,000 hits. My contribution to humanity is saying I'm part of it. And when I see things history and the culture and you'll read about it because you care. So let's congratulate ourselves.
I just want to thank everybody for, thanks.
I wanna be a rock star for a day. I want my 15 minutes of fame, but I've got a face that's made for radio, and my body's a disgrace. So I wanna be a rock star for a day. Got implants everywhere except my brain, cause I've got a face that's made for radio, and a voice that's made for I don't know, and my thumbs are kinda lame. Tomorrow you'll forget my name, but you love me anyway. Yeah, you love me anyway. You love me anyway.
All right, y'all. All right, y'all. It's break time.
The only thing you see, you know it's gonna be the ace of spades, the ace of spades.
Ace, what's up, man? How are you today? How's it going, man? I can't figure out this stupid... of course, I don't even know what's going on. I think something might be up. I think something might be up with Microsoft email. I feel like something's up. Something is up with Outlook. I feel like. Because I have sent myself a test email, and I don't get the test email, even when accessing my... even when accessing my webmail, which is bizarre, because my webmail is not tied to my Thunderbird mail at all. So why would that not come through? I don't know. What did you set on settings.py? Which settings.py? Which settings.py are you talking about? I'm running into an issue right now where I can't send email through Thunderbird. It just stopped working suddenly. So I thought maybe my Active Directory password had expired. It had not. I reset it though anyway to prevent it. I changed it in Thunderbird. And now my emails won't send. But apparently I'm receiving emails. Because when I log into the webmail client, not related to Thunderbird in any form or fashion, when I do that, I don't see any new emails. So I'm not sure. I don't know. You have to eat a dessert? Well, Ace, I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm not having a great day. It's been a rough day so far. So, and I have got to, I think I'm going to have to reach out to our email guy and see what is happening with regards to how they're doing email, because this is inexplicable to me. Everything seems to be working except for outgoing mail now, which is so frustrating to me. So frustrating. Yeah, so I'm going to let my frustration simmer a little bit here. I'm going to go make myself some tea. I heated up the water during last break, but now I'm going to go make the tea. I'm going to have to think about this one. Going to have to think about this one a little bit and see if I can dig around some more and find out. Not sure how I feel about everything. Not sure how I feel about it all right now. So anyway, I'm going to... I'm going to have to think about this one. Yeah. But Ace, it is good to see you. I hope your dessert is very, very tasty, my friend. And I hope it makes you happy and brings you happiness. Because in the words of Bill and Ted, our founding forefathers, of course, I hope that you can all go forward today and be excellent to each other. Keep building cool things, keep doing cool things, keep putting the good vibe out into the universe, because it is bound to come back to you. That's a guarantee. Man. Haven't figured this out. I'll get it figured out, though. Simple Kid, what's up? Thank you so much for the redeem. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, dude. I know it didn't play. It's all right. It's all right. Things happen. Things happen. Maybe something else is broke that I got to fix now. As Mojo would say, don't be a dick to each other. Go forward. Be good. I'm going to go forward on this Thrashing Thursday and try to rock myself into some motivation. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please know that you guys matter. You're making a difference in the world, whether you know it or not. Somebody's thinking of you. They're thinking of you fondly. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.